Sometimes your watch band clasp will wear out before your watch band does. If you don't want to replace your whole watch band, you can always just replace the clasp itself. Use this guide from Esslinger.com to learn how to replace solid or open center link catch clasps. How do you know if your watch clasp is a solid or open link center catch style clasp? If it is a solid center link, the clasp will be attached to one side of the watch band with a friction pin or a small screw. The other side of the clasp will hinge open to hold the hook attached to the other end of the watch band, like this. Be careful, your watch clasp may be open-end center catch style clasp like this one. In this case, the clasp will be attached to one side of the watch band with a solid bar attached to the link, not a friction pin or screw pin. It will be connected by a metal tube that can be bent around the bar using pliers. If you have this style clasp, use thin nose pliers to pry the old clasp off and to crimp the new one on. To replace a solid link center catch, like this, you will need a pin pusher or watchmaker's flathead screwdriver, a ball peen hammer, a watch band holder, a digital gauge, a parts tray, a replacement solid link clasp. The first thing to do will be to remove the old clasp. Look on the inside of the band. If there are arrows like this, the clasp is attached with friction pins. If on one side of the band you see a flathead screw seam in the pin, this means the clasp is held in place with a screw and not a friction pin. If this is the case, you will need to unscrew the pins. For the friction pin style, position the watch band in your watch band holder so that the arrows on the band are pointing down. Once the band is positioned securely in your watch band holder, take your pin pushers and test them in the hole until you find one that fits in the pinhole. Make sure that the friction pinhole is over a hole in the watch band holder. Insert your pin pusher into the hole and with your ball peen hammer, tap the pin out of the band. Place it in your parts tray so you can use it later if necessary. Check whether the old clasp has a double or single channel inside before setting it aside. A single channel clasp will only have one gap here. A double channel will have two, like this. Take the free end of your watch band and measure the space between the lugs where the clasp used to sit with the backward opening jaws of your digital gauge. Using this measurement and your observations of the number of channels in the old clasp, order a replacement watch clasp from Esslinger.com. When you have your new clasp, be sure to test it with the existing hook attached to the other end of the watch band. Make sure that you can still close the clasp so it holds the hook securely. Once you know that the new clasp matches the hook, you can position the new clasp between the lugs so that it opens the correct direction to hold the watch band closed. Insert the old friction pin or screw into the hole in the band to keep the band and clasp lined up as you insert it into your watch band holder. Be sure to insert the pin in the same direction it was before you remove the old clasp. If there are arrows on the band, insert it in the side that the arrows are pointing to. Take your pin pusher again and place it on the pin. Use your ball peen hammer to tap it into place. It should be flush with the rest of the clasp. If it is a screw pin, turn the screw into place until it is snug and flush with the clasp. Remove the watch band from your watch band holder, and you're ready to start wearing your watch again. To learn more about watch repair or how to replace different style clasps, check out Esslinger.com's Learning Center today.